Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good restful weekend. Monday here in the market. Yeah, didn't do a whole lot. Just kind of watched and observed. Did a lot of reading on Wall Street bets and different DD on there. That's just crazy to read. GameStop today. This thing consolidated heavy. It really just got flat. Really low volume and just look at that. Look at that hourly. I mean, that's crazy for GameStop. So it definitely seems like it's being held at this price. By who? I don't know. Why? I don't know. But whenever something doesn't move organically, I feel like something's about to happen. So it might not be tomorrow, but this seems like something's a brewing. Another thing that's kind of crazy. So if I have extended hours on here, that's the blue lines up and down showing the trading extended hours. So it messes with all my moving averages. And with that on, this is bearish. I mean, the 9's below the 180 at least the moving averages are. But then I turn that off. It's like totally flips. It's like, oh, it's bullish. It's because the times of it trading changes the moving average for after hours. So I kind of have to look back and forth now at times because not to get confirmation bias, but really just because sometimes I'll get out of trades too quickly because I'm looking at extended hours also. I think probably normal trading hours for moving averages is a better way to do it. So I mean, with that, GME is bullish. It's kind of bounced off this 180, this long-term moving average, and it's holding above that. MACD is getting to a nice spot. It's kind of consolidating, getting tight right on this middle line here, the MACD and the signal, and yeah, it's all holding support back here at these highs that we had February 25th, which is right up here. So yeah, this is looking good on a technical analysis standpoint. Consolidation really is good, even if it's being manipulated by hedge funds or whoever to keep it right at a certain spot. The different stuff I was reading today, it's just crazy. It makes me just not believe in trading at all. It's like it's all just fake. Just pull my money out and just makes me want to sell puts and everything and just collect premium, because that seems like the only way you can legitimately make consistent money. But yeah, if you read too much into the rabbit hole, you just get sucked in. But that does bring me to, I do want to just have an account for selling puts and doing the wheel on. I think I've done my best with just credit spreads. But yeah, so I might do that with this Webull account. That was kind of my plan, but then I was holding GME in here, and then I didn't want to change this to a margin account and get stuck holding GME if it's squeezed, and it takes like 6 days to transfer it over, yada yada yada. So it's kind of got me stuck in this spot, at least on this Webull account. My E-Trade account, yeah, well, let's look at, yeah, GME real quick. The DD I was reading, you guys gotta follow me on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT. This one DD I was reading about the high frequency trading was just kind of crazy. And then here's the breakdown of the 10K. Just pretty much what we said. Nothing really changed on that. The GameStop basically filing. But it looks, if you guys watch shorts, the big short, like from what I'm reading, stuff like that's happening again. And then over the weekend with the hedge fund having to liquidate, which is kind of crazy because even during the COVID crash, I don't think any hedge funds even liquidated then. So that's kind of a big red flag for the market overall, and maybe that's really bullish for GME. Maybe they're raising capital to cover on GME. Maybe this is the start of other hedge funds going bankrupt, ones that are short on GME, then they'll have to recall shares, someone else will have to bail them out. Yeah, a lot of different stuff going on. But then they're actually saying that, this is interesting, they're got removed. Oh man, it's crazy. I don't know who's doing it, but yeah, I should have. Anyways, yeah, this is pretty much it. Saying that BlackRock, are they? yeah, BlackRock sold, basically threw Archegos, however you say it, under the bus, and had to have a fallout for basically these long positions they needed to go close out of. And yeah, I don't know if that's true, but it's kind of an interesting theory. And then yeah, I tweeted this today. This is just crazy, man. Surprised this isn't deleted yet. So you need to read this. It was hard for me to fully follow everything. I mean, I was definitely like, what, but you read through it all and kind of take your time, and kind of we'll get at least an overview to figure out kind of what they're saying. Give a little highlight though, which is kind of crazy. Let's see right here. This just reminded me of The Big Short, and he actually even has a clip of The Big Short in here. Where is it? Goldman to more 5 billion liquidation. All right, so here's the video. I can't really play this because of copyright, but when he is calling them and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, power's out," yada yada yada, and then we use over 30 people, 30 different phone numbers, called at different times, so they wouldn't assume it was one person calling over and over for some crazy response. Except that's what they gave us. For the most part, they would just put us on hold and hang up. We gave this TD Ameritrade a call to ask them about how the volume column works. A representative from Trader 1 confirmed that this is not a bug and indeed a true number. They're talking about the trade, I think the after hours trading on the level 2 that they're seeing. Maybe it wasn't even after hours, actually, I'm not sure. However, he instantly transferred me to a supervisor who should be able to answer all of my questions. We spoke with the supervisor conveniently 30 seconds into the phone call. After mentioning said anomaly, he told us the power of the entire office went out. We basically know what happened next. Oh man, it's crazy. So this sketches me out. This makes me feel like this is the beginning of crazy market stuff. Crazy crash. I don't know. Because one hedge fund going bankrupt, and then just moving to other ones. I don't know. But I don't want to read too much into it. Just go all tinfoil. But anyways, we'll get off on that. It might be really good for GME as the stock market as a whole. I mean, it's kind of what we've thought. Like if GME goes crazy, the market's going to crash somewhat. So I don't know. Maybe it's just preparation for that. Long term today stayed pretty flat. Huge bump up in Rocket. I'm going to go over that. Corsair came up a little bit. Tesla's down. I'm not going to sell long term even if I think there will be a crash. That's not how I do it. I got to stay disciplined to my rules. Otherwise, you just lose consistency, and then you lose it all. No way you can be successful if you just aren't consistent. So on E-Trade, we got a margin call. Yeah, because we were on a margin account. I wasn't using margin, but a margin account so that you can basically buy with unsettled shares. So, and then the account dropped below 25K. Anyways, I've got a SPY credit spread now that's like in the money and it expired. So hopefully that's not a problem. Hopefully I don't exercise one of my legs. It's like just barely out of money. It's 395.78 and it's a 396 call credit spread. Sketchy. What happened with Rocket today though? So this is another thing that I'm like, it seems when I see stocks doing this, it's just something's happening or something's going to happen. They call Rocket volatile, but it's really not been a volatile stock hardly at all, except for just a couple weeks ago. IPO'd, kind of went crazy, and then it just got crushed and just stayed in this non-volatile range for months and months and months. At this bump, this was kind of the original GME gamma squeeze or whatever it was. This went up with that. So that makes you somehow think it's tied in. And I know we've seen all the stuff on Wall Street Bets, all Rocket's heavily shorted. Yeah, so this has got to be part of it. Had this crazy run up. I guess this was a short squeeze that some covered on. I don't know though. It's really strange that it only happened in one day. I mean, I guess it was a couple days. It really didn't do. Yeah, I guess you could say this was a couple days. This was the first day, the second day. No, this is the weekend, so that's Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, it was just Monday, Tuesday. I mean, if it's not a big squeeze, I guess. I don't know. Or this was just manipulated to bring it back down somehow. There's more shares with Rocket, so it's easier maybe to bring it down. But what we saw today on Rocket, I think this is possible. This is more DD I was reading. This possible that this was correlated with that hedge fund liquidating. And not certain, but it could be like when you see something like that happen with a stock that's typically pretty flat and there's no news, there's no like crazy bullish news. There's something behind the scenes, at least that I would think is going on. So I shared this on our Twitter also. CEO forcing shorts to pay their own squeeze with 39. No, we need to look at it was hours. Yeah, so the hedge fund Arcuos had 40 billion short exposure in the price action. Looks like RT was in the short book and is being covered now. This is when it was still going up. But yeah, why did it come back down? I don't know. But I got calls. I got exposure to it. I maybe shouldn't have, I don't know. We had those other calls and they're doing much better now. We have the calls covering earnings. They came up, they're up like 50% today at one point, now they came back down. I got these calls expiring Friday. Yeah, I got them on the way up. I was like, all right, here it is. Wasn't patient, didn't follow my rule. Yep. Rule's meant to be broken. No, not really. I should have followed my rule, wasn't patient, but it's not a huge amount. I followed the rule of risk management. I didn't YOLO and spend $5 grand on these calls. Only $100 on these, and then $50 on these. So we do see crazy price action in Rocket. Hopefully those will do well. And I don't know. I didn't see any news on Rocket, so if you guys know of anything, I think it might have more said to price 500 million Rocket block trade. And the Reddish, this is just coming out. Yeah. Well, there you go. Like wave of block trades. That's right. Actually, I was reading about that. So much stuff's flowing through my head, guys. Sorry, I'm like totally unorganized today. But I'm keeping an eye on Rocket, just so you know. Got options for that. Same with GME. Like I said before, I'm gonna kind of hang out before I get more exposure to it until I start seeing some serious price action. On Webull, I wanted to start closing stuff out just to have more. I want to get a cash balance that's higher, but a lot of the stuff I bought and I can't close it for 2 days because of settlement. Everything's pretty much tanking though in this account. Same with the E-Trade. Long term still looks good. We did the credit spread, so I got the Rocket calls. Did a credit spread on Goldman Sachs. It's a call credit spread, so it's a bearish play. Expires on Friday. It's small. I want to make some small gains. I've just been seeing so much red lately. So I gotta go back to my credit spreads. Got a couple space calls for the Cathie Wood ETF coming out. There's talk about it coming out this week. Another RKT call, and then this is the SPY credit spread. So that's what we did on E-Trade today. Then we have Helicity in this account, which is another space play, which I think it's running up from that Cathie Woods ETF that's maybe coming out this week. Yeah, but that's all I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follow us on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT and get your mind exploded. Okay, see you tomorrow, guys. Peace out.